What's good, YouTube? Brett here with Grandpa's Treasure Shop, fresh up out the Shadow Realm, and today I have some very informative stuff for you. So I'm going to show you how you can list your new cards that you're trying to offload quickly. Now, this is predominantly for eBay, and then extra cards go on TCG Player. Without further ado, I'm just going to go ahead and hop right in. So this is just a little, we're going to act like card test 1 through 5 is just card names. Let's say you bought a new Yu-Gi-Oh set, like you got a case of it, and you have a lot of uploads to do. Okay, so we're going to use these as the cards. So we have our list here, which you're going to want to craft a list, but we'll get to that. So once you have your list ready, so you're going to want to type up the Excel sheet. I personally recommend Excel because eBay has a fantastic bulk upload template. And it is actually very convenient. So this is what I used to do. I used to go on TCG Player when we were anticipating a new set release, and I would sort all the cards from A to Z of that new set, and I would type my list that way. Now we do it a little bit more simpler. We just find like a website that has like what new cards are coming in the set, and we just select all from the web page and send it to ChatGPT. And I usually ask ChatGPT something along the lines, and don't quote me because I have something pre-saved in my phone that I just do every time. I recommend you do the same if you do it this way. But I'll say something along the lines of, hey, I call my ChatGPT Zero. It's easier than saying ChatGPT every time, but I'll be like, hey, Zero, can you convert this into a list for the new Yu-Gi-Oh set release without all the extra details, just the card names? You might have to get a little more specific than that because we have it very broken down through trial and errors, but just to give you an idea. And ChatGPT will then convert that into a list of all these new cards. You could also just say, hey, thank you for converting this into a list. Can you now convert this into eBay title listings with the following format? We have a specific format that we use when we do listings for titles. We always put the card name first so that when we're doing our inventory counts, when we have to go double check things, it makes it easy just having everything alphabetical from the card names. But yeah, that's kind of how we do that. But once you have your sheet, which you see we have our sheet here, these are going to be the cards that we're listing. You could always just manually type the sheet too, but from TCG Player, it takes a while, especially if there's a lot, like if you're doing a rarity collection, bro, there's so many different rarities. That sheet is going to take you forever. I usually break it down in increments of the rarities when we do it. ChatGPT is not going to give you a 700 title list. Let's just be realistic. You might have to break it down simply from like rarities, like here's a list of all the commons, it does its thing and you get all the commons, and you could just save them in different tabs of your Excel sheet and convert them into one, but we'll get to that. So then after you have your list ready to go, this is the prep work that you can do, because let's just say, I'm just using the example of you're buying a new case of the new Yu-Gi-Oh set that's coming out, right? You can have your sheet ready so the workload when you get the case is not so intricate, because you're going to have enough to do once you get the case. I know for us, when we get the case, we got to shoot some content. We always try to do a box opening. All these things take so much time out of that first initial day. And I know our priority is to have all these listings up by Wednesday night when we get the case a few days early. So yes, have your sheet ready, the list of all the new cards, and then organize. Once you get your case, sort all the cards. This is how we do it. There might even be a better way, but this is what works for us. We sort all the cards into different rarities. To me, it just simplifies everything. Some people just keep them all together, commons, supers, blah, 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 blah. For older sets, sure, but when we know we're getting a larger quantity of cards, I want to know where my secrets are. I want to know where my supers, ultras, commons. It makes it easy for order fulfillment when you're getting a case or more. Pair the different piles singles together next. You have all your rarities into different piles. Let's just say you have all your secrets in a pile, right? I'm going to go through all my secrets and pair what duplicates that I have. I'm like, oh, I have 4 of this card, and I'm going to organize it as such. As I'm doing this, I try to think smarter, not harder, because I know the next step, which is sorting all the card titles in order from A to Z. Why? Going back to the inventory count for future reference. When we upload it in eBay, our eBay should have everything, if there's no user errors, card name first and alphabetical. So when I put my inventory away in the bulk boxes, it's going to reflect the exact layout that it is on eBay. And sure, this is where some people would say, like, separating the rarities is a bad thing. But bro, the way eBay works, you could just type in the new set abbreviation when you're doing your inventory count in the future, and you could put dash and you could put ultra rare, and then you have all your ultras in alphabetical. It makes it easy. This is the part that takes time. If you end up with getting, like, work your way up to 3 cases, it's a pain in the ass, trust me. But yeah, this is the hardest part, is sorting all the cards, pairing all the singles together, duplicates, and then sorting them all in order from A to Z. You can honestly hit 2 and 3 on this list, like, in one go. Like, your secrets, you're only gonna have, like, maybe like a stack of secrets, right? You can, like, alphabetize them as you go. So just trying to make it efficient. Little things that we've picked up along the way. And then once you have your case just broken down, it's all alphabetized, sorted into different piles and different rarities, you're ready for your upload. Now I'm going to show you how to do this, so bear with me. You're going to want to download eBay's draft template. So let me show you that real quick. So here we're going to end up on this page next. But you're going to go to reports, you're going to type or hit upload, and then select a template source. Don't ask me what a lot of this other crap that you're going to see is. I don't know. I just know how to do one thing, and that's list a lot of things quickly. So I'm going to click listings. What type of template do we want? Create new drafts. Like I said, there's going to be a ton of other options. Bro, who cares? You don't need it. I already have this downloaded, so you're just going to hit download. I had to pre-download mine so that I could set up the screen for you to be able to see it correctly, just so you know. But then I'm going to show you the template now. So it's going to look like this right here. Minus this isn't going to be here, but I didn't feel like looking it up while I was recording. But for trading cards that are non-sports cards, this is the category that you want to be under. You could always just look that up on Google too, or I have it right here. So you're welcome. But then here's what we're going to do. I am going to go to my list. All right, so this is the list of cards, right? The list that, the new cards that we're uploading. This could be like 100 or more when you get a new case. But for example purposes, I'm only going to do 5. So you could either cut or copy. I'll just do copy because I saved my list just in case. And then you're going to paste it. So I'm going to show you how to do this. You selected 5. It's important to know when working with Excel sheets, if you're not familiar with this, a lot of trials and errors that I had to learn. Since we highlighted 5, I'm going to want to highlight exactly 5 rows. Only under this one column, which is title. This is my eBay title. and then just hit Control V, and it's going to paste your eBay titles onto that. Let's just make this a little bit bigger. A few other things that you're going to want to make note of. See this draft and then the category. Draft is already going to be there. You're going to want to manually put the category, but then you could just copy these and then paste them. You could also do your pricing beforehand and your quantities, but I always do that stuff later. It's easy when it's uploaded into the eBay listing bulk editor tool. Now, condition, you don't necessarily have to have it, at least I don't think. We always just have a pre-templated just set, but I'm going to try this sheet without it. So on description, we could just say this is a test for YouTube. And then format, we'll just say fixed price. For condition, I don't think we need that. We always just have it pre-templated, but nonetheless. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to hit save as. Oh, we'll just save it in downloads. Cool. Now we have our template ready. So just recapping, we had our list that we typed up with all our new listings, got the titles ready on the sheet and everything. And then we copy and pasted that onto this, which is eBay's bulk listing templates. So this easily could be 200 listings that you have here. But yeah, you're going to want to copy and paste all this stuff too. Let me do that before it gives me an error. Oops. Just bear with me here. Okay, so now we got that ready to go. Let me just save. One important note that you guys should know, all this stuff up here, you need this. I tried to delete it and it didn't work. I don't know why you need it. Don't ask me, ask eBay. But you need it. Don't mess with any of this stuff or you're going to screw up your template upload. And then number 5 is like your columns. So you're going to need that as well. But yeah, now we are going to go to eBay and upload this. So once we get to eBay, proceed to upload. Number 3, we went to number 1 first. We filled in the template and then proceed to upload. We are going to go to downloads, tests. Here's our test. Upload in progress. I really hope the condition doesn't make it fail. But nonetheless, if it does, we'll just go back in and... Okay, yep, your upload is completed. So now what do we have? Now we go to... I have drafts already in there, so bear with me, but I'm going to show you. Like, we can just go to drafts, and then we see our card tests. And here's what I do. Let me go back to our scheduled programming here. All right. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Upload. Download eBay draft template. We pasted our sheet onto the template. And then, yeah, we're getting to the picks that's coming up next. Okay. So watch this. This is really saucy. So I'm going to select our listings that we imported from our Excel sheet template. And then once you select all the ones that you want to like modify, hit resume drafts. And this is going to pull these into eBay's bulk listing tool, which is phenomenal. This is why it's phenomenal. You're going to see a lot of errors. Don't be alarmed. These are easy fixes that probably could be done on the sheet, but honestly, we have too much to do. I have not taken the time to learn that. I always edit all this crap in here because it's easy. So here's what I'm going to do. Select all of these. And then, okay, first thing we see, location is missing. That's an easy one. So we go to item location, hit apply, and then a shipping service is not specified. Okay, so if we're doing card singles, then chances are I'm only going to charge like 97 cents for shipping, especially if they're cheap. So just 97 cents, hit save. And also up here, you see return policy is not specified. In this same screen, you can do your return policy, no returns accepted, and hit save. And then apply. And then that error, 2 of them are going to go away. Buy it now price must be equal to, okay, easy. So now you can bulk edit all your pricing. I don't recommend this. If you're getting like a new Yu-Gi-Oh case, you're going to want to like pull up TCG Player on your phone while you have this up on your computer and just go through your pricing. You know, it's real easy to do. But for example purposes, I'm just going to say these are all just cheap cards, 99 cents. And that error's gone. Item specific game is missing. We're going to get to that one after condition data. What I want you to know about condition data, this is important. So we want to make sure this is in the right category first. So category means how it's on eBay. Like what is it that you're listing basically. So I just want to make sure everything's in the right category. So I always just type in individual and it will pull up individual trading cards or collectible card games, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's the only one that really matters to you. You don't really care about these other ones, or at least I don't, and it hasn't made a difference. So we're going to hit apply because your condition data is going to change based on what category your listing is in. So now we're going to go to condition. And this is where we can get an accurate, listing, condition listing. These cards are, we'll just say they're ungraded, brand new from a new set, so near mint or better, and hit apply. Okay, and then add at least one photo. We're going to skip this for now. Item specific game is missing. Okay, so we're going to select all, and then down here under item specifics, this is where it gets important because this is going to matter. It's relevant to the search engine. So we're doing Yu-Gi-Oh! So your game is going to be, just type in YU and select Yu-Gi-Oh! Card name. If I'm listing a ton of crap, I'd never mess with this. It would just take way too long. Character, you can, depending on what you're listing. If it's like a new set, I don't do this. But if I'm listing like some like Yu-Gi-Moto singles, sure, I might select that because the more item specifics you have, the more eBay is gonna smile. Like they kind of like help you the more specifics you have on your listing. But if we're doing like I'm just using this as an example, like if these 5 listings that I was doing was 100, I'm not gonna go through, they're all gonna be different character. I'm not gonna care about card types because there's gonna be a mixture. Set though, if it's a new set release, most of the time I try to put what set it's from. Unless I'm doing a lot of old, like if I bought some bulk and there's just a ton of different sets, I'm gonna skip it if I'm being real. Rarity, I never really select it unless it's a high rarity card. Features, if it's a brand new Yu-Gi-Oh set, I'm always selecting first edition because you want to have as many of these item specifics as possible so eBay will push your listing over the other sellers. It gives you an edge. Finish, you can select foil or hollow, but if I'm doing like a new case, like a Yu-Gi-Oh set release, there's going to be commons and foils where I just leave this blank too. Manufacturer, this is a good one. I always do this because the manufacturer's Konami. And then card number, we don't care about any of this. Age level, that's an easy one. Shoot, pick 6 or plus. It don't even matter. You could pick 4 or plus, whatever. As long as you're adding more specifics, it just matters. English is our language. That's an easy one too. Card size, a lot of people don't do this, but I do it because why? It takes 2 seconds. Yu-Gi-Oh cards are Japanese sized. It's another item specific out of the way to where eBay is going to push my listings more. Year manufactured. If it came out brand new, I'm going to select 2025. And then material, easy one, card stock, country, region of manufacture. I always just say United States. Some would argue maybe like Japan, but I always just do this. And then we just hit apply. Okay, so let's go back to our Excel sheet now. Now we have take pictures. So what I recommend strongly is now that you have your listings ready to go, all you're missing is pictures. This can take some time, but I recommend, for one, getting a photo booth for your card singles because you want your pictures to look very professional. If you're just starting out and you don't have a photo booth, use a really nice playmat. I recommend, from a seller perspective, using the same playmat for all your pictures. Whatever you decide to use, make sure it's a good one and use it for all your pictures. Why? Because the longer you're on eBay selling and you're getting new sets consistently, people are going to recognize, oh, he just got the new set. I'm searching for this card. Oh, I recognize that playmat. So just a good tip for you. But I do recommend, once you get beyond that and you're making enough money, get a photo booth. It's just going to look professional and all your pictures are just going to look congruent with each other. But yeah, you're going to want to take all your pictures. I recommend doing this on your phone because when you go into the same eBay bulk listing tool, this right here, I use an iPhone. I pull this up on a Safari browser. You can't do it on the app for whatever reason, but I go into a Safari browser and I take all the pictures on my phone. That way I'm not having to save all the pictures to a drive, and don't do all that. Make your life easy. Why? Because once you have this up in your phone and you have all your pictures done, you could just simply, I'll show you what it looks like. When you're ready to upload your pictures, just add photos and it's going to do that. But on your phone. And then you could just run through them. And keep in mind, we were smarter, not harder, because all your cards should be alphabetized. So what does this mean? When I do my bulk listings, I don't just do the whole set at once. I will start with the higher rarities like Starlights, secret rares. We'll use secrets as an example, where all the ones you'll see in my bulk listing tool should be like whatever rarity I'm working on. And then they're exactly like that in my phone too. So I know exactly where all my pictures are, and it makes this go quick. And once you get to the point where all your pictures are done, bro, you could go chill on the couch and work on your uploads. Like, I love this. This part is tedious, but you can make it easier. Like, it is what you make it at the end of the day. Okay, so now that we'll just say we got all our pictures done. Let's go back to our Excel. Pick upload, sort from A to Z, load pics from your phone. Next, we got to do our inventory count. Okay, so we're going back to eBay. I just want to show you how easy this is. Inventory count is easy. So whether you do it on a sheet, I used to do this in the beginning, where once I had my list from ChatGPT, I would just print out a sheet with columns from an Excel where I could just go through my count and write on the paper. Some people might prefer to do it that way, and it might be easier for you. But after doing this enough times, I just get a pile right in front of me, and then I start with the pile on my right-hand side, and I'll check how many quantities I have, and then I'll put it in a pile to the left face down, so it's in the same order. And I just run through it like this. Like, let's say card test 1. Let's say I have 10 of these cards. I type 10. And this is why the bulk editing tool is nice, because all you have to do is hit enter. And it's going to automatically take you to the next one. And then it makes this process of inventory count go way quicker. Okay, so let's go back to our Excel sheet. So we have our inventory count ready to go. Yeah, you're going to want to, so in this I said, print the card list from ChatGPT and write quantities, or you can manually do an eBay bulk listing tool. But once you have all your pictures done, all your quantities, of course, one thing I didn't put in a tab, you want to go through your pricing on TCG Player. That's just a given. You're not selling all the cards for the same price. So do your pricing. That can take a while too, but you can break it down to the higher rarities, the money cards first. Do those in the bulk listing tool. Same thing as quantities. You just type in the price, hit enter. And then what do? Any extra cards that I have, because I only list play sets on eBay. Anybody that's following the channel probably knows this, but on eBay, if I have like a super rare from a new set, you're gonna be able to buy a playset. I don't just sell singles on eBay unless it's decent valued card. But let's just say I have 7 copies of a card, so the quantity is going to be 2 because that's 2 playsets. My extra card, I am going to take over to TCG Player, and I'm going to list all my extra quantities and have a separate pile just for TCG after I've done my inventory count. But yeah, that's really it. I know it's a lot. It's a lot of processes, a lot of steps, but I'm teaching you how to make money. If you stay to the end, drop a like, comment, subscribe. We really appreciate you guys leaving feedback and, let me know if we're actually helping you, because that's the goal at the end of the day. So yeah, I mean, that's all I got for you today. Pretty easy. I did have another video drop recently on how to make listings on TCG Player for beginners, for people who don't know how to do that. Go check it out. But until next time, this is Brett from Grandpa's Treasure Shop signing off. Peace.